Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanora Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Amadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. Just completed the 16th chapter of Ashtavakra Gita, where Ashtavakra sage talks about self alone is and nothing else is real, and understanding of that becomes the essence of moksha also. So even though you have studied and listened to Vedanta for many years, unless you clearly understand that there is nothing really there is nothing that really exists and everything is only your own self, that is the substantive. So even trying to realize is also a problem, and even trying to study Vedanta becomes a problem at one stage, because Vedanta is also a means to appreciate the totality that is being pointed out, and you have to leave the Vedanta itself and abide in the knowledge that I am, because I am is pure Satchidananda Swarupam, one without a second. So there is no Vedanta, there is no thoughts, there is no mind, there is no intellect. All are at a relative level but not absolute level. Relative level, they are relatively exist, but from the truth of point, there is only one substantive, that is pure existent consciousness that you are. And unless you abide in that knowledge, any other will be only means to prepare the mind only, but not realization. That's what being emphasized in the last chapter, 16th chapter. We'll now go to the 17th chapter, where subtle teaching is emphasized, where what is the nature of the jnani. So it says the jnani recognizes that I am all alone. That means there is nothing other than me. Even though he is seeing everything different from him, he recognizes in the absolute sense, I am the only one. That's what essentially Krishna says, Yo mam pasyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pasyati tasyaham na pranasyami sajamena pranasyati. Who sees me everywhere and everything in me. That means other than me, there is nothing else there. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina. So all beings are pervaded by me, and mastani sarva bhutani, they are all rising in me, sustained by me, and they go back into me. What is there is only real is me alone. The me stands for not Krishna per se, but it is pure consciousness, Satchidananda Swarupam, that is indicative definition of that me also. Now we go to 17th chapter, where the Ashtavakra talks about the aloneness there. One, being alone is the nature of the reality, because if I go to room and I close the doors and I want to be alone, so that is a freedom in alone. If somebody puts me into the room and locks the doors, that is not freedom. Even though I am alone there, I am forced to be in that. But here, out of pleasure and out of the meditative mood, I want to be left alone, because all others are unnecessarily perturbations in the mind which I don't want. So I am trying to avoid all that, because avoiding is only avoiding unnecessarily perturbation to pull the mind down. So here aloneness is recognition that I am the essential for the whole universe itself. That is only one. There cannot be two, because then one limits the other and neither one can be Brahman. So it's essentially the Sthita Prajna Lakshana is being discussed in some form, where negation of everything else is being pointed out. Ashtavakra uvacha tena jnana phalam praptam tena jnana phalam praptam yogabhasa phalam tatha yogabhasa phalam tatha trupta swachendriyo nityam trupta swachendriyo nityam ekaki ramate tuyaha ekaki ramate tuyaha together tena jnana phalam praptam yogabhasa phalam tatha truptaha swachendriyo nityam ekaki ramate tuyaha. So tena jnana phalam praptam, tena by whom this jnana phalam, the result of the fruits is obtained. That means one who has gained the knowledge of this absolute reality. So to gain the knowledge, Vedanta is pointing out, and Vedanta is a pramana in the sense it points out that you are the very substantive for the not only this body, mind, intellect, but the whole entire universe. Both the subject-object duality arises from you only. And in the deep sleep state, both subject-object got essentially dissolved into your mind, and the mind itself gets dissolved into you, where you are there alone, where there is no the space, time, all that. So in the deep sleep state, although you are in the Advaitic state, to express that state you need a mind, and that's not available in the deep sleep state. So only when you are awake, you can say, I was in that state, or I am in the state, if I am recognizing that I am the one that pervades everything in spite of the apparent plurality. So, tena jnana phalam praptam, for whom the jnanam, the knowledge is fully established. Here we are talking about aparoksha jnanam. Paroksha jnana means I understand it, but at the same time I say I am not realized, because I am understanding as though it is an objective knowledge. Yes, there is a Brahman, yes, I am Brahman, but I am Brahman is only a statement at the thought level, but not at the factual level. So J. Krishnamurti calls it, it's not an understanding as a thought, but it's an understanding as a fact. That means I had to recognize that I am the very essence, which means that I will not be going after again anymore of this object, that object, that object. Because I am going after the object only because I feel the object is different from me and I want that object to possess. So any desire for any object is fulfillment only, and if I am already full, then I don't go for any objects. That is essentially what Krishna defines as Stita Prajnaha. What he says is, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmani eva atmana tushtaha. He is reveling in himself by himself, because the self that he revels is full by itself. That means he is Brahman. That means there is ekameva advitiyam, one without a second. So I cannot think of anything else, because even thinking is only at the mind level. All I can do is na vaggacchati, na manaha, yadgatva nivartante, aprapya manasasaha. Neither speech can go there, nor the words can talk about it, and even the mind, the yato vacho nivartante, aprapya manasasaha. So walk, speech, everything returns back, because you cannot describe that state, because any description of that state involves the recognition that I am infinite, and infinite cannot speak. Therefore, it is beyond the mind and speech also. So here, tena jnana phalam praptam. So having gained that knowledge, here gaining means understanding that I am Brahman. It is that all the time I am Brahman. Even when I don't know that I am Brahman only. And even when I am trying to realize that I am Brahman already. There is nothing to realize, but it is something to abide in that knowledge that indeed I am. So how does it reflect? Then I am not going to go after any object for my happiness. So because I am full by myself. So tera jnana phalam praptam yoga bhasa phalam tatha. Similarly, the one who has understood by contemplation and recognition that I am, the self that I am, is not only Sat, but also not only Chit, but is also Ananda Swarupam. That means I am full, infinite. Infinite Anantameva Anandam. Infiniteness alone, where one is happy, otherwise one feels inadequate because of the finiteness. So, in whom this knowledge is firmly prapta means firmly abiding here. So it is a aparoksha jnanam where I know who I am or what I am, and nothing can disturb. Once I have the knowledge, no ignorance can come. So that means I am fully established in that state. Yoga bhasa palam tata. Similarly, in order to gain this knowledge, I have purified as a sadhaka, I have purified the mind. So mind has become supremely pure without any vasanas, and that is called yoga abhyasa. That's why Vedanta, most of the Upanishads are only Brahma Vidya. But whereas Bhagavad Gita is not only Brahma Vidya, but also Yoga Shastram. So it says Krishna Arjuna Samvade says Yoga Shastram and Brahma Vidya. So that's essentially the Samvadam, Krishna Arjuna Samvadam, where the discussion is about the Yoga Shastra, where not only the discussion of the absolute reality from the point of absoluteness, but also from where I am and how I can understand that absolute. That's called Yoga Abhyasa. So Yoga Abhasa Phalam. So because of the virtuous mind, because I have done a dharma, artha, kama, moksha, so I am abiding the knowledge, a discipline is there, a mind is always seeking the betterment of everybody, no hating, nothing. So if Loka Kalyan, every action is only for the benefit of totality, and that is Yoga Bhasa Phalam Tata. Truptaha Swachha Indriyayoho Nityam. He is eternally happy, contented, Swachendriyaha, and he has purified all his senses. So senses are longing for or not longing for, I want to experience this, I want to experience this. There is no experience hunter, because I have attained that supreme experience which is beyond all experiences. Because in every experience, what I am looking for is happiness only. But as I am happy, there is no more longing for experience also. So therefore, Truptaha. Truptaha is Swachha Indriya. So today is actually the Amavasya, where the Tarpana you give Trupta, 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 you repeat, you have given this, please be contented, please be contented, please be contented. You are offering to your forefathers, but here I am contented as I am. That is, by nature itself is full, so there is nothing more that it can take. So mind is no more longing for, I want this, I want this, I want this. Only mind that feels inadequate and that feels that it is a finite wants to become infinite by adding things. That's what is the whole desires are. Truptaha Swachha Indriyaha Nityam. It is eternal. So that means it is absolutely real. So in the in the Mandukya Karika, the Gaudapada establishes what is real. What is real is not the perceptibility, utility, transactability. Those things do not make it real, because even in the dream state, I can perceive the objects in my dream, and I can transact with the objects in the dream, and all other experiences or utility, all that is there, but that doesn't qualify it. That's a real, because even though while dreaming I feel that it is real, when I am awakened I recognize that it's all dream only. Awaker knows that higher order of reality says, from my point, this whole dream is not really real. Similarly, from the point of absolute truth, even the waking state or transactional reality is also not real. It's only relatively real, but absolute truth is, it is ekameva advitiyam, one without a second. And when it is one without a second, it is such all sense organs, there is no more longing senses, I want to see this, I want to taste that, all things are gone. Truptaha swachindriyaha nityam, that is the eternal nature of mind. Nityam ekaki ramate talaha, ramate tu yaha. So one who is ekaki, that means he is non-duality, and nityam, it is eternal, so that which remains the same in all periods of time, that is nityam, and that can only be an infinite Brahman, and that is what I am. Nityam ekaki, therefore Brahman, it can only be ekaki, that means single, and because you cannot have two Brahman, two infinities, because if you have two infinities, one limits the other, and neither one can be infinite. So nityam ekaki ramate. So it's essentially reveling in himself, by himself, and with himself. So that is essentially the nature of the absolute reality or Sthita Prajnaha. And Swami Chimanji quotes some Yoga Vasishtha, the story of Prahalada there. And in the Prahalada, as he is evolving and recognizes first, Virinchi bhavanat pare, tattvam te pyaharat padam, prasarat cheva me rupam, adhyapi na vinirtate, adhyapi na vinirtate. Virinchi bhavanat pare, tattvante pyaharat padam, prasarat cheva me rupam, adhyapi na vinivartate. So essentially he says, my mind is expanded even beyond this Chaturmukha, beyond Brahmaloka, which is including everything and beyond, going beyond. So it's almost becoming infinite, essentially. So my mind is expanding. Expand means it includes as a part of me only. So that notion of expanding mind is a mind that is always at ease with everything. So my mind has expanded even beyond Brahmaloka to embrace the reality. And even now it is still expanding. That means there is a space where it is not there, so it's expanding. But once I am in the recognition Aham Brahmasmi, it cannot expand anymore because I am already infinite. Infinite means there is nothing left or no place even to expand. That's what infinity really means. It says, prasarat cheva me rupam adhyapi na vinivartate. So I've gone now, it is still expanding, and I cannot call that back again. I cannot make it again small, because once it's expanding, it continues to expand only. Once I recognize that I am the totality, again you cannot bring it, I am locality as a jiva, unless only for drama's sake you may be able to do, but factually you cannot. And Prahalada says again in the end, Harihi Prahalada Namo, Harihi Prahalada Nama, Yo Matti Nanyo Harihi Pratak, Yo Matti Nanyo Harihi Pratak, Iti Nischayavananta, Vyabhikoham cha sarvataha. So essentially, Lord Harihi Prahlada, Lord himself now is called Prahalada. Prahalada saying, Lord himself is now called a Prahalada, or Lord is identified with Prahalada, or I, Prahalada, identify myself with the Lord. Means there is no difference between I and him other than Vesham. Vesham is Isha Jivayoho Veshadipida Sattva Bhavato Vastu Kevalam. So Ishvara, Jiva, there is no really difference. Only difference is the costume they are wearing. If you remove the costume, Sattva Bhavato Vastu Kevalam. If you remove the costume, then God ceases to be God, I ceases to be Jiva. What there is pure Satchidananda Brahman alone. And that's essentially what the Prahalada saying, Harihi Prahalada Nama Yo Matte Nanyo Harihi Prataka. So, Lord Hari, in the name of Prahlada, is me alone, and there is no Hari other than me. Iti nischayavanan antarvyapti koham cha sarvataha. So it is my true realization. I pervade everywhere and I am within everything also. So this is what my understanding. I pervade everyone. That means I am seeing that superficially objects, but I am in and through. That's what essentially Krishna says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. I am pervading everything in a unmanifested form. We'll go to sloka 2 now. Nakadachit jagatyasmin tatvajño hanta kijjati yadekena te nedam purnaha brahmanda mandalam Purnam Brahmanda Mandalam. Together. Nakadachitu Jagatyasmin Tatvajño Hanta Kijjati Yada Ekena Te Nedam Purnam Brahmanda Mandalam. So Nakadachitu, not whatever happens, Asmin Jagatu, in this world, Tatvajña, knower of the truth, Hantaha, Ekena Tena, beyond all alone, Idam Brahmanda Mandalam, the entire universe of Brahman and filled by me. So essentially, Purna Brahmandamayam Mandalam. So Swamiji quotes essentially. So Nakadachitu, not whatsoever, Asmin Jagatu, in this world, Tattvajñaha, the knower of the truth, Hanta, O Kijjati, feels misery. Yataha, because Ekena Tena, being all alone, Idam Brahmanda Mandalam, the entire universe is Purnam and recognizes I am that Purnam. So essentially, once I recognize that Aham Brahmasmi, says, we just said sloka, the Yomam Pasyati Sarvatra. So in the same very next sloka says Sarvabhutastam Atmanam Sarvabhutani Chamatmani. So one who sees himself everywhere and everything in himself, he is the Sthita Prajnaha, or he is a realized soul. So here is Nakadachitu Jagat Asmin. So Nakadachitu, not whatsoever, Asmin Jagatu, in this world, Tattvajñaha, the knower of the truth, Hanta Nakijjati, feels miserable. There is nothing in this world that makes him feel miserable, because he is full almost. So there is no reality for anything. So when I see a tiger there, and I may be afraid of the tiger, but when I see it's only a paper tiger, then I'm not afraid of it, even if they put a tape recorder and make it bark or do something. So I know that it's not really real. Same way, once I understood the whole world itself is not real, then nothing can bother me, because I am reveling in the infinite self that I am. So Nakadachitu Jagati Asmin Tattvajño Hanta Kijjati. So Tattvajñaha Hanta Kijjati, even doesn't get worried at all. Yat ekena te nedam purnam brahmanda mandalam. So yatha, because ekena tena, being all alone, idam brahmanda mandalam, the entire universe is purnaha, feels full. So the peaceful sage, who in his equal vision moves about in this world with hatred to none and ever free, he constantly follows him behind it. That's what Krishna says. But here says the whole world cannot bother me, because it's only a relatively real, not absolutely real. Nakadachit jagatyasmin tattvajño hanta kijjati. Yada ekena te nedam So yataha, because ekena kena, being all alone, Purnam Brahmanda Mandalam. So the entire universe is only not real, is recognized. So Krishna says in the Gita that Swamiji quotes here, Nirapecham Munim Shantim. So in the 18th chapter, in the 16th sloka, Nirapecham Munim Shantim, Nirvairam Samadarsanam, Anuprajna Vyaham Nityam, Anuvraja Vyaham Nityam, Puyo Yetyam, Grininu Bhava. So, for a peaceful sage, Munim Shantam, who is equal vision, moves about in this world with hatred to none and ever free, and I constantly follow him from behind, seeking to purify myself with the dust of his feet. That's what God says. So, a jnani is more glorified than even the gods also. And one sage screams out, Srunmanta Visveya Amrutasya Putraha Ayo Dhamani Divyani Santi Vedahameham Amrutam Panastad Anya Panta Vidyate Yanaya. So, the sage declares, so Srunvanta Vishwe Amrutasya Putraha, he declares, calls everybody as the sons of immortality. And Srunman, please listen to all. You are the immortality is your birthright. So recognize your birthright. See that you are already immortal. That is, you don't call it you sinners and all that. The Vedanta calls people as you are the sons of immortality. Amrutasya putraha. So ayo dhamani divyani santi. And the sage declares and addresses even the gods in heaven. You two gods, you are also finite, and you also have to know that Vedaham etam amrutam purastat anya panta vidyate yanaya. There is no other path other than the knowledge itself. So you have to gain the knowledge and abide in the truth that is being pointed out. So that's essentially the scriptural statement of support, and the whole universe, Purna Brahmanda Mandalam, and the declaration that I am that state. We'll do sloka 3. Najatu vishayaha kopi, najatu vishayaha kopi, swaramam harshayachami, sallaki pallava pritim, ivevam nimbhava pallavaha, ivevam priti, ivedam nimba pallavaha. So najatu vishayaha kopi. No, najatu, not any time. Vishayaha, since objects, kopi of any type, harshayachyami, I will enjoy. From now on, once I realize that I cannot enjoy any object, essentially any sense object. So he is not, doesn't mean that he is a dull-witted and useless life. What he means is that I don't enjoy anything because what it's going to give me, I already have it. So once I am completely full up to the neck, and you offer at that time, I say a plate full of laddus, I says no more, no thank you. Even though I may like laddu, I can't eat anymore because I am full already. So being full itself means I cannot take any more. I am already full. So essentially, that is essentially what wishes. Najatu vishayaha kopi. There is no desire to possess any object because I am getting all happiness already. Even the happiness that one gets from the objects are only reflection of my own happiness. But I can directly get it from myself because I am that Satchidananda. Therefore, I do not go in search of the reflected happiness. Najatu vishayaha kopi. Swaramam harshayitchabhi. So the Swaramam, reveling in himself, and Harshayiti, and the one who is enjoying himself, and for him Harshayachami will be plenty, will be pleasing to oneself who is Swaramam, who is reveling in himself. He revels in self, that is, and free from any agitations that I want this, etc. And he gives an example here. Sallaki pallava pritim ivebham nimba pallavaha. So Sallaki pallava pritim, so iva imbhaha. So the one that is ibham is iva ibham ivebham. Ibham means elephant. That Sallaki pallava pritim ivam. So a tiger is very much pleased with eating leaves, what is called Sallaki. Sallaki, leaves, and getting excited, and that ivebham, that similar to that, like an elephant, and one who is happy by eating Sallaki flowers. And it says Nimba pallavaha. Said, does it go for, even though mango leaves are available, he is already happy with what it has. Therefore, there is no more longing for the elephant to go and eat mango leaves. That means he is already full. And same way, when I am reveling in the Brahman, which is infinite, and there is no reason for me to go after any object, because whatever I get happiness out of sense objects only, reflected happiness of my own self only. When I can get directly abide in the knowledge that Aham Brahmasmi, that means full happiness already, then why do I get a reflected happiness in the reflecting medium? And that's what essentially the Ashtavakra says. Therefore, I am reveling in myself by myself, and I have no desire for any object in this world. So we continue this chapter 17 after we come back. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamiva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.